We are all about facts, not fear, and providing info to keep you and your loved ones safe. And of course, every day, Dr. Payal Kohli comes on to take viewer questions. But today, we're going to be a little selfish because we've got our own.
I have to be.
I know. We have our own questions, okay? For instance, Vice President Pence has encouraged the idea that a rise in testing is the reason behind new coronavirus outbreaks. And President Trump has backed him up, but experts are calling this misleading. So, Dr. Payal Kohli, you join us live to clear up some of this, thank goodness. So, Dr. Kohli, what's the truth, and how do we know who to believe?
So, you guys, this is something we should know. Always believe the facts and the science. Don't believe the politics. Don't believe the photo ops. Don't believe social media, and don't believe opinions. And who has the facts in this case? It's the scientists and the experts. And what I find really interesting about this pandemic is if you had a sore throat or a stomach ache, who would you call for the facts? You would call your doctor. You would call the experts. But for some reason, in this case, people really tend to look up to their elected leaders. And I get that. Water does flow from the top. But I want everybody to know that elected leaders not wearing masks or holding large public rallies is not based in science. Science tells us that masks reduce the spread of the infection by 85%.
Wow.
Science tells us that large rallies, protests, all these types of events can be super spreader events and are dangerous. And science tells us that despite it being summer, the virus has not gone away. So I get the idea that people want to trust their leaders, but I want people to know the facts so that they can make their own decisions.
Dr. Kohli, I have 10,000 questions for you, but we only have time for one. How do we know where these numbers are coming from? Are they the protests? Are they the restaurants? Are they people just not doing social distancing? Or are they a combination of all of them?
That's a great question, Jeff, and the answer is a combination of all of them. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter where the numbers are coming from. The bottom line remains the same, which is that the virus is spreading. It has not miraculously gone away in the summer as some had predicted that it would. And whether you got sick from the protest or from a restaurant or from a house party, it really doesn't matter because 19% of the people who get infected are going to end up in the hospital. And we just have to make sure that that number doesn't get so big that those 19% can't be accommodated in the healthcare system, because then we'll have preventable deaths. And the fact of the matter is the U.S. has already had more deaths than any other country on this planet, despite not being the most populated country. So that already tells you that we've gotten a little bit out of control with our control on this virus.
Well said. Wow. Thank you, doctor. You will be back tomorrow. So if you have a question about coronavirus you want answered, don't worry, we're not going to be selfish again tomorrow. By Dr. Kohli, write us on social media. You can also email info@dailyblastlive.com. No panic, just prevention and precautions. Thank you, Doc.